A medico-legal document signed by 5 heads of department of the MGM Medical College of Jamshedpur confirms that Tabrez Ansari, the 23-year-old lynched by a mob in Jharkhand, died of a cardiac arrest caused by the combined effect of the severe trauma that he received. Despite this, the Jharkhand police have removed the murder charge against 11 people who were booked for his death. On the 18th of June, Tabrez Ansari, who was caught by villagers who thought he was a thief, was beaten for 7 hours and made to shout Jai Shri Ram and Jai Hanuman. Vishnu Shom and Monideepa Banerjee have the details.
Well, the big story over here, details actually obtained by my colleague Monideepa Banerjee, who is in Jharkhand now and will join us later on. She's out of range at this juncture, is this document. Now, this is the document which is the opinion regarding the cause of Tabrez Ansari that makes a central point and which contradicts what the police have been saying. In this particular case, the police have dropped the murder charges against 11 people who assaulted and lynched Tabrez Ansari. Why? Because they said there was a medical document and that medical document said that he died of a cardiac arrest. So we decided to probe further, and my colleague Monideepa was able to access this document. This document is the opinion regarding the cause of death of Tabrez Ansari. Now, we've highlighted that bit in yellow. It is signed by 5 head of departments of the JM Medical College in Jamshedpur. And what does it say? It says, on the basis of the above findings, it lists the injuries. We opine that the fracture of the bone is a grievous injury caused by a hard and blunt object. And here is the clincher: the combined effect of fracture of bone, pale organs and heart chambers full of blood resulting into a cardiac arrest. So there were various circumstances which resulted in that cardiac arrest. Quite clearly, the grievous injuries that he had as a result of the fracture of the bone, pale organs and heart chambers full of blood caused that cardiac arrest. Therefore, the question that needs to be asked is this: why were murder charges removed against the 11 people who lynched Tabrez Ansari in this case? Now, we also have another document. This document is the post-mortem report, and the post-mortem report and this, which is the opinion of the doctors, contain very much the same findings. This post-mortem report, which is written in the hand of a doctor, spells out the nature of the injuries, and this opinion actually summarizes it. And among other points, it says, we observed that there is a fracture of the right frontoparietal bone of skull. There is a subarachnoid hemorrhage on the right side on the parietal region of the brain. All the organs are pale, all the chambers of the heart are filled with blood, and that there is no poison found in the forensic examination, in the forensic science laboratory report. But the question is this: why would the police therefore say that, look, he died of a cardiac arrest? While he may have died of a cardiac arrest, quite clearly it was because he was beaten and he suffered injuries, blunt injuries, injuries to his head as well, acute trauma which resulted in his death. So why have the murder charges been removed? Let's bring you a couple of quotes from what the police officer investigating this actually told NDTV and play out the soundbite as well. Karthik S., the SP of Seraikela-Kharsawan in Jharkhand, said, the medical report did not give any supporting evidence for murder, so we charged the accused under culpable homicide not amounting to murder. Let's examine that statement for a moment. He made this statement a couple of days back. And a second statement, he said, when we had doubts, we went for a second opinion. The experts have given their opinion that he died of a cardiac arrest because of stress. But this medical opinion, which we have with us at this stage, says, and let me read it out for you, the combined effect of a fracture of the bone, pale organs and heart chambers full of blood resulted in the cardiac arrest. So when a police officer investigating this case says that he died of cardiac arrest, it may technically be correct, but is that reason enough to drop the murder charges? Because he suffered a cardiac arrest, not because he had a heart which was problematic, but because of a combined effect of the assault which took place on him. Let's listen to the police officer and then continue to bring you more details.
कि वो उनका काज ऑफ डेथ के बारे में जो पोस्टमार्टम रिपोर्ट आया वो जो है हत्या का कोई डेलिबरेट इंग्रेडिएंट उसमें नहीं था। लोग दोबारा जो है उस पर सेकेंड ओपिनियन भी डॉक्टर एमजीएम डॉक्टर से एक पैनल बिठा के हम लोग ले लिए थे। उन लोग भी जो है वो स्पष्ट एक कंक्लूजन नहीं दे पा रहे थे।
What have doctors said in this case? Let's listen in.
तो मौत का कारण क्या है?
वो तो हम लोग ने लिख दिया है, कार्डियक अरेस्ट ड्यू टू अरेस्ट या क्या कहते हैं स्ट्रेस, जो कि बहुत सारा कारण से हो सकता है। इंजुरी, एंजाइटी, बहुत सारा उसको इंजुरी भी था ही।
कार्डियल अरेस्ट है क्या चीज़?
कार्डियक अरेस्ट है हार्ट का जो इलेक्ट्रिकल इम्पल्स है जो हार्ट को मतलब कि साइक्लिकल प्रोसेस के रूप में उसको मतलब कि इम्पल्स जनरेट करता है और वो आपका हार्ट जो है काम करता है। वही अचानक किसी ये के चलते कोई भी स्ट्रेस, कोई भी इंजुरी, कोई भी ड्रग से भी हो सकता है, अपना इलेक्ट्रिकल इम्पल्स जनरेट करना बंद कर दे और धड़कना, काम करना बंद कर दे।
तो ये जो सर जो मामला था इसमें क्या पिटाई से संबंधित कुछ आया था जब आप लोग जांच किए थे?
हाँ, नहीं, वो तो पिटाई तो था ही, पिटाई था, लेकिन पिटाई से अगर मरता तो उसी दिन मर जाता है या 2 दिन बाद मरता है। ये तो 17 रात में पिटाई हुई और 22 को मॉर्निंग में उसकी मौत हुई है। और उसके इन बिटवीन जो है पेशेंट चल फिर रहा था, है ना, और जेल में ही उस दौरान तो था ही। और उसका एक्टिविटी जेल में कैसा था वैसे तो बोलता है कि ठीक था। हम लोगों ने विश्रा जब प्रिजर्व किया, उसका ऑफिशियल भेजा, रिपोर्ट आया, उसमें पॉइजन तो नहीं मिला। नहीं।
But that's an important statement by one of those doctors examining. He makes the point that Tabrez was assaulted on the 17th of June. He died on the 22nd of June. And that the reason why this cardiac arrest could be independent of the injuries which he suffered is because of the duration between the two. Independent doctors whom we have spoken to across the country have said this is an out-and-out linkage between the assault that he suffered and the cardiac arrest which he suffered. That cardiac arrest was as a result of the assault. We'll bring you those reactions from doctors who've been doing this for decades and looking at post-mortem reports in our later bulletins. We are setting that up. We're looking at this on left, right and center as well tonight. But even for a moment, if you listen to what that doctor said, why then does it go against what this document actually says from the medical college in Jamshedpur, signed over here by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 heads of department, which says, on the basis of the above main findings, we opine that the fracture of the bone is a grievous injury caused by a hard and blunt object. The combined effect of the fracture of the bone, pale organs and heart chambers full of blood resulted in a cardiac arrest. Now, when we are talking about a fracture of the bone, we are not talking about a limb, we are not talking about an arm, a hand or a leg. We are talking about a fracture of the right frontoparietal bone of the skull, and there is a subarachnoid hemorrhage 0.2 to 0.3 ml on the right side frontoparietal region of the brain. His head was bashed in, and that these doctors feel and state in their report, this is the document, this is the official report, caused the death or linked directly to that cardiac arrest, as a result of which the question still remains, why were murder charges dropped against the accused?